Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? Let's talk. Let's talk about Southern Sunday lunch today. And it is just what we said yesterday, leftovers. This is just a little bit of leftover chicken pot pie with biscuit topping. And it's just as good today as it was last night, maybe even better. All that sage has gone through it. I will tell you on that recipe, this is, it does have a lot of sage in it, but we like the sage. I like sage and dressing, so if you want to omit the sage out of that recipe and just put the poultry season, that would probably take care of the problem. But to me, it's not a problem because we love the good sage. Anyhow, it's still good, delicious. Just got in from church. Got my pot of coffee going. Heated it back up, really, because I didn't drink a whole pot this morning. Oh, that's good. Mama has abandoned ship. Y'all didn't really know Mama that well before pre-COVID days. But pre-COVID, if the wheels was rolling, Mama was a-going. So she got an offer this morning at church to go and visit her sister. And so she jumped on that in a hurry, and I'm glad she did. Her and her sister's real close, and she don't get to see her as much. They're not too far away, about 75 miles or so. But she got the opportunity to go over there. She rode there with my cousin, my aunt's son. He said, "We're going over to Mom's. You want to go with us, Mom and Dad?" And I said, "Mama, there's an opportunity to roll." And she said, "I think I will." I said, "Well, you go on, have a good time." So Mama's over there enjoying the day with her sister, and I'm glad she's getting to. They can visit, and they'll bring her back. So it's just me and Maggie today. And I said, "Mama, we wouldn't plan on doing nothing anyway. I can heat up some chicken pot pie and have some coffee." And Maggie will miss her. Maggie, ever since Mom has been home nonstop from since COVID started, Maggie is with Mama all the time. She can't stand now when I come home. She has spent 5 minutes running back and forth looking for Mama. But that's okay. Mama's sweet. Mama's special, so I'm sure she misses her as much as I do. We both miss her today, don't we, Maggie? Maggie won't even talk to me. She thinks I've took Mama off somewhere and left her. So she's laying in there under her favorite place, under the piano bench. She likes to lay there, not because it's the most comfortable place in the house, but because she has a view of down the hall, the front door, the kitchen. She has a total view of everything there. So that's where she goes to rule the roost, as they say. What are y'all up to today? Hello from New Jersey. Hey, Lenny. Been to New Jersey? We like New Jersey. I think I swallowed some pepper a while ago. Well, hello, Ann. Some things I can see, some I can't. Hello, David. How are you? Phyllis, Lynn. It's so good to visit y'all. I just wanted to jump on here. I know it ain't near as interesting without Mama. Someone said coffee time with John and Momma. It should be Mama and John. I agree. It should just be coffee time with Mama. And I'm just her sidekick. But eventually, in the beginning, Mama wouldn't even be in the room when I would film. She'd say, "If you're going to start that filming, I'm going in yonder." I said, "Mama, come on." She wouldn't do it. So it was just called Coffee Time with John. And it was primarily just talking. I would pick a subject or something or a circumstance, and we would do it. Occasionally, I would cook. And as the page grew and his followers started growing, I conned her into cooking something one day, and I said, "Mama, just let me film it." And I think it was no-bake cookies. That may have been the first thing. And she said, "Now, I'm not doing this." I said, "Mama, all I want you to do is just do what you always do, and I'll be filming. I'll talk, I'll do everything." So if you watch in the beginning ones, you'll see Mama was a little apprehensive. And because she was probably thinking of ways to choke me. And so as time's gone on, she has gotten used to it, and y'all are just as important to her as you are to me. And so I don't know if y'all know this about Facebook, but if you get so many followers, you can't just change your name. We thought we could. So we went in to change it. I said, we need to put Coffee Time on there with Mama and John. And so one of the admins who helps with the page sometimes, Donna, said, "Well, let's do that." It was a lot. It was a lot to go through. You had to identify. You had to do a lot of stuff. And she said, we may have better luck if we just put Mama on the end. Just leave the integrity of the page. Coffee Time with John and Mama. And I said, that's fine. Just get her on there. Because for a while she wasn't on the page. And for a while she said, no, I don't want to change the page. I want you to leave it alone. I said, no, Mama, you're on there. And you're going to be on there. So we all know the star of the show is Mama. And we love her. And we miss her when she's not here. But that's the story. Someone asked me about it the other day. Why wouldn't it call Coffee Time with Mama and John? That's why. Because she didn't want nothing to do with it in the beginning. She was not going to have it. I'm seeing some more names come up through there. Hello, Sally and Pamela. How did she get her nickname? Pam, there's two stories on that. We have a letter that her grandmother wrote when Mom was 3. And Mom had been real sick, and she had put in the diary, it was in her Bible, and it said, Tootsie is not feeling well today. Hopefully she'll be better tomorrow. So we know at 3 she had that name. And so Mama really don't know when she got it. But she, the story is there was a song, Tootsie, don't you cry, Tootsie, goodbye or something. So that's where Brother Totary come from. And then one of the other family members says she loved Tootsie Rolls. Or they brought her Tootsie Rolls or something. And so either way, that's how she got her name. Mama had 10 brothers and sisters. It was 10 of them total. And the oldest one passed away not long after he was born. And the youngest one passed away not long after he was born. So the 8 in the middle all survived. And out of those 8, everyone had a nickname. So nicknames were a big thing back years ago. I had an uncle named Roy, and they all called him Dutch. And my granny, who was my dad's mama, she lived here. This was the original home place where my dad lived, in a different house. And she, someone come by one day looking for Roy. And they said, do you? She said, no, I know better around here. She said, I don't know of any Roys. And kind of found out they was looking for Dutch. So those nicknames become their real names, actually. But she figured it out after the person had left that was looking for Roy. Oh, I bet he's looking for Dutch. So all of her brothers and sisters had some kind of nickname. And most of them went by those nicknames right up until now, or until they passed. So she only has, out of the 8, there's 2 sisters, Mama and 2 sisters that are left. And one of the sisters lives here close, and we get to visit with her more often. But Mama's other sister, she lives about 75 miles south. And we go over there anytime Mama wants to go. But if she gets a chance to go over there, she's going to be in the car. The wheels won't roll unless Mama's ready to go. So that's the way that works. It says, hello, John and Momma. I made beef stew. Oh, yeah, Lucy, we've been wanting some beef stew. Mama's mentioned it twice. I think it's in our near future. We love some good beef stew. It says, Francis says her dad called her Doodlebug. That is nice. Anybody else got a nickname out there you want to share with us? Hello? Hello, Terry. Hello. I'm seeing some more names. Victoria. What is your nickname? Well, let's see here. My name is John, but they call me Johnny. Her mama called me Johnny all the time when I was younger. Johnny, and let's see, have I called anything else? Sometimes JD for my initials. But I really don't have a nickname. And you know, the funny thing about it is, none of us, meaning the first cousins, the offspring from Mama's family, I don't think any of us have nicknames. I think everybody goes by their real name. So you would think that would have carried over, but it didn't. So I don't know of any of my first cousins that have nicknames. I think they're all just go by their real name. So I don't know. Maybe we had a character back there who nicknamed all the kids. I don't know. Michelle. Yay. Michelle, you caught me live. We do lives now. We didn't used to. I had a phone before this one. Every time we would do lives, and you can ask some of the people who was here then, it sounded like a waterfowl or bacon fried. And it's, what's that noise? We couldn't hear nothing here. It was just like now. But it must have been something in that phone. So I upgraded the phone, and the noise went away, and we've been able to do lives, and we're glad because we enjoy talking with y'all, just like now. Watching from Hickory, Tennessee. Teresa, hello. Rebecca, Melinda. I don't have it. I don't know of any of ours that have a nickname. I was trying to think. I think we don't. But anyhow, that's the way that goes. I guess one generation does, one generation doesn't. Hello from Daytona Beach. Oh, I bet it's nice there. Deanna. I bet, Daytona Beach. Beautiful. I like the beaches. I don't like hot, but I do like beaches. I like to sit on the balcony at least and look at it and hear it and just smell the ocean air. And it's just fun to be around all that, you know. My dad called our daughter Pancake. Well, that is neat. One of my best friend's daughter's name is Caitlin, and we called her Katie Bug, and she's a grown woman now with 2 children of her own, and we still call her Katie Bug. I don't know if she even appreciates that all the time, but she expects it from us. Okay, let's see here. Penny, I'm making stuffed chicken, mashed potatoes, and peas. Stuffed chicken. So what's stuffed chicken there, Penny? Penny, why don't you share that recipe with us? I've heard of, I guess you could stuff it with dressing. What do you stuff yours with? We'd like to know that. Hello, Brenda. Hello from Danville. My nickname was Ben. All my sisters call me that. Well, Brenda, that's a neat nickname. Linda. Nancy. My dad gave me the nickname Liz. How did he get... I lost it, but... Liz, that would be it. I guess sometimes that is shortened names or just make up names, just whatever they want to call you. Hi from Georgia, Josie, hello. Trixie and Trisha Ann. Patricia, well, that's neat. Carolyn, lovely to see you and your mama. John, watching from Vidalia, Ohio. Wow. I don't know if I've ever heard of Vidalia, Ohio. Thank you for watching. Y'all got any more questions? I can read them now. I'm a little bit closer, I guess. I can see today. Hello from Nebraska. Hello, Angela. I've been to Nebraska. I like Nebraska. Kendall Hahn. She's over to see Aunt Bernice. So she's not here today. Kendall is my first cousin's daughter. Hello, Kendall. Sometimes when you hear Mama talk about the kids, Kendall's one of them kids that she talks about. I'm from Mississippi, but worked up north in government instead of Judy. Co-workers call me Jude. Well, Judy, that was Jude. A little shortened down version there. I have a nickname. My name is Jean. I've caught you live. I'm going to have to go down to the bottom so I can catch them before they get out of the top. My dad called me Bubble Jeannie. That's sweet. Yeah, your dad's and your mom's gives you nicknames, and those are special to you, and that's what you respond to. Mom still calls me Johnny, and that's fine. I mean, a lot of people around here do. A lot of people I grew up with. I grew up probably through high school as Johnny. I guess somewhere in there it switched as I got older. Hello from Georgia. Hello, Christy. Mama will be upset she missed y'all today, but she might be watching. I don't know. She probably is. So, hey, Mama, y'all be careful over there and be good. Have some fun today. You need that. Mama has work. I tell you what. Mama is like a little dynamo. She will not stop. She won't stop. That's what worries me. I don't care if we're going to the garden, even when I'm not here to guard her. But she'll go out there at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'll call it 1, and she's still out there. Well, I said to get one more thing done. I said to get one more roll done. I said, Mama, you can stop and come in and go back. I want you to eat something before 1 o'clock in the day. I'm strict, my mama. Yeah, but she don't. Once she gets on a project, she gonna hold on to it. So she's had this cleaning job on her mind here. Mama cleans all the time, but she done all this fall cleaning this past 2 weeks actually, and so she let the cat out of the bag this morning. I knew what she was up to. I know her. So this morning was having breakfast, and she said, I'm thinking I might go ahead and start getting some of that Christmas stuff and bring it up here, put it in the garage, and maybe put them trees up and get them fluffed and stuff. I got you, Mama. She's been had her mind on Christmas, and that's good because it gives her something to do. Before COVID became such an issue, Mama stayed on the road. She met with a group of girls, and I used to call it gambling. I'd say, "You're going to gamble tomorrow?" And she'd say, "Yes." But she didn't like me calling that because really it wasn't gambling. What they would do, and I think it was just wonderful, they would, a group of 5 or 6 of them, they would get together and they would play Phase 10. It's a card game. And every week it was somebody's turn to bring a little $10 gift. And whoever won the game that day got to take that gift home, and I think that's so sweet. And she enjoyed getting the gifts, she enjoyed buying the gifts, so it was just all part of it and part of the fun. And they done that once a week, and then they played Bunko. Was that a game? Bunko? I think I'm saying that right. I might not be. And so they done that occasionally, and they were always going on day trips and shopping trips and running around. And Mama would keep a trip planned somewhere, and that gave her something to work toward, and she always enjoyed doing that. But like everybody else, COVID changed everything, kind of grounded everybody. And so Mama, it took her a minute to get used to just being a homebody. And I said, "Mama, get out, go to the park. You can do some things. You don't have to." And she does. And she takes Maggie for walks, and she keeps herself busy. But now, Mama's a go-getter. She don't. Now, I'm content to stay at home. My favorite thing in the world is just to be at home, or to be here at Mama's. I mean, this is home to me. So some people ask, I have a house just around the hill. We don't live in the city, so it's not really a block. But I bought a house just over the hill here. And so I'm 1 minute, 2 minutes from Mama. But this is home. It's always been home. This has always been home. Where I've lived in several places. I've lived in Nashville. I've lived in another city here in Campbell County in La Follette. I've lived different places, but this is home. It's always been home. So when I think about home, I think about here. In fact, we call it home in my house. So that's, the difference there. I'm missing some stuff, I'm sure, here. What is your job? A lot of people ask me about that, and I'm not, it's not a secret job or nothing, but where I work has a social media policy. And the policy is if you mention your place of work, if you post your place of work, and on the description on your page, if you put, "I work here," then anything you do or say, they want you to do a disclaimer that says, "This is the views and opinions of myself and not the establishment," and all that. So because of my position and for what I do, that's just one of the rules. So I just don't ever put it on there. It's not a secret. It really isn't, and it's not. If I told you, you go, "Oh, okay." So that's the reason. And of course, everybody local knows where I work that knows me, but I don't ever, never have. Ever since Facebook started, even on my personal pages, I never have posted my job because I didn't want to be under that, having to always put a disclaimer of everything I say or everything I do or every video I show. And then what if I forget, So it's not that we're not allowed to. It's just if we do, we're expected to do a disclaimer. So that's the reason I just don't ever put it on there. It's nothing secret. I enjoy my job. I'm proud of my job, and I'm proud of the team I work with. I got a great group of people that I work with, and they're wonderful and awesome bunch of people. And so I'm blessed beyond measure to have a good place to work and to have a good team to work with and my work family. And they know I appreciate them. And but that's the reason I never post it on here or never type it on here because of that policy. All right. You have let's see here. I can't read. They're too small. They're going too fast. Any brothers or sisters? Is that Patsy? No, I don't have any brothers or sisters. Um, I'm an only child. My dad was an only child, and so I don't have any brothers or sisters. I mean, I know that him being an only child doesn't make me an only child, but it says I can't. I love watching you all, Amy. Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate it. We've got a lot of new people come on. I've done this little segment before where I answer some questions and stuff, but a lot of new folks are on here, and it's hard to go back and see all those old videos and stuff. And that's like with some of the food, like the sawdust salad. We'll probably be making that again. I've had several requests for that. And sometimes I can tell when an older video has gone into circulation again because I start getting questions about it. And I'm like, I don't remember. What did we put in that, or what is that? And I had to go back and look at it myself because I'm thinking, did we use a whole box of Jello or a half a box? What was it? So sometimes the questions I'll delay on answer because I can go check it out. But I can tell when it does come around. Jeffrey Woods. Now, my dad passed away about 5 years ago. Dad, he had a bout with cancer, with prostate cancer several years ago, and he got over that and did fine. He had renal failure, though, and he was on dialysis for almost 10 years. And so that pretty well tied him down for the last 10 years of his life, going 3 times a week for dialysis. And he had esophageal cancer from, I guess it was probably the dialysis and some of that stuff too, but it started on his tongue and it had gone in his throat, so he had treatment for that. But with dialysis, sometimes blood pressure is an issue, not high but low, and so his blood pressure had gone down, and they never really could get it back up, and it caused him to go ultimately into cardiac arrest. So, and he's, let's see, March will be 5 years. Coming up March will be 5 years. So we still miss him. He was definitely a huge influence on my life. And Mama, they were married for 48 years. And so Mama still misses him. And she talks about him a lot. And I think that's good. And it's her way of keeping his memory alive on the video. Making him a part of this. Now, if he were alive and we were doing this, he would be right in the middle of it. He would like it. You'd be seeing him and he'd be talking, and he never met a stranger. And some people say I'm just like him, but he was a little bit more outgoing than I am. So I'm more reclusive than he was. But he would ride around the road. He had his route, we called it. So I'm going to ride up the road, which meant I'm going to go up to 4 or 5 people and visit. And he would always visit and talk. And Dad was a trader. He kept knives. He kept a box of knives so he could trade on them. Around here, that's a big thing. People trade. Dad was a barbershop kind of guy. He would go to the barbershop and hang out. And then he would go to Hardee's. We had a Hardee's here then. He'd go out there, and a lot of the locals met out there every morning and had coffee. And Dad would go out there and talk, and he had his little route he done every day when he retired, and he enjoyed it. And thankfully, he was able to do it for most of his life. There was very few weeks there that he wasn't able to go and do everything he wanted to do, and we're thankful for that. Okay, my uncle called me ornery. I think that's what she said. I couldn't read that. I'm sorry. It went away. Anyhow, hello, Lisa. Hello from Delaware. Oh, Delaware. Like Delaware too. We have traveled a lot of different places over the years, and we're at one time, but over the years we have gone several places, and when y'all mention them, I think, oh yeah, I remember being there. One thing I would like to do that we never have done, and hopefully we'll get the opportunity to do it sometime, I'd like to take a road trip up the East Coast about this time of year. And I'd like to go to Maine and do all those states and cities up through, been to New York and places like that, but I'd like to do just a road trip to Maine, go up and enjoy Maine, and then travel back down. I think that would be a wonderful trip, and see all the fall foliage and all the New England color. I would love that. I do believe. I think that would be one of the things I'd like to do. I'd like to go to Alaska sometime. There's a lot of traveling when you go to Alaska. We had a little trip one time planned in our minds. Anyway, we were going to do. We hadn't really, but we thought, we could. There was a way you could have taken a plane to maybe Washington and took a train ride into Alaska, and maybe there was some travel to it. Trains, planes, and automobiles. I remember that being a topic. Oh, coffee. Hi from Texas, Donna. Hello. Kendall. Can I tag along? Why, Kendall, sure, just tag along. We can have a good time up through Maine. That'd be a good trip, just to head up to Maine and fall. I love fall. Fall, someone posted the other day on Facebook, said October's my favorite color, and I think it is. I love orange. Orange is one of my most favorite colors. I love blue, but I love orange too. And so if I had to have a favorite color, October would be a good color. Don't you just think of all those autumn colors when you think of the word October? Rhonda says, I love the way you say goodnight. Say goodnight, Mama. Someone asked the other day, so why do you say that? Who is she talking to? Is she talking about her mama? That was just a little funny thing. We were sitting here one night doing a video, and I was closing out, and I said, all right, that's all we've got, folks. Say goodnight, Mama. And she said, goodnight, Mama. And she got so tickled about saying it that way. She said, I just said what you said to say. And I said, I know. I think it's cute, Mama. And so we didn't discuss it or anything. So the next night, or next time we did a video, I said, well, that's all we've got. Say goodnight, Mama. She said, goodnight, Mama. And so that became her little thing that she did. I think it's cute. And we do it about every time because it was so funny and it was just off the top of her head. I guess maybe that was when we first got started. She was a little bit nervous, and I was just telling her, say goodnight. And she just, goodnight, Mama. So it worked out just as a funny thing. Coffee time, we just want to, it's really just a coffee break from the world. That's all it's all about. That's what the whole point of coffee time was. And like I said in the very beginning, it wasn't even about cooking. It was just stories and just a little funny stuff that would happen. You can go back and look at the beginning videos, and a lot of them I'm driving around talking. Some of them I'm sitting somewhere talking and just telling you what happened to me during the day. And then I started doing the first thing I cooked. COVID we just went into quarantine, and kids' school had closed. And I thought, I bet you there'll be a lot of kids home. And I thought, So I showed them how to make a scrambled egg in the microwave. And you just take a Corelle bowl or a microwave safe bowl, spray it, put your egg in there and beat it up, put a little salt and pepper, cook it 1 minute per egg, and you've got a wonderful scrambled egg for like a sandwich or whatever. And so I showed how to do that. And just really as a tip on how, what you can feed the kids or let the kids make their own egg, basically is what it was, because, an older kid, they can handle a microwave and an egg. And so that was just a little tip that I showed. And after I done the egg, I started getting requests because I had worked at a restaurant here in Jellico for several years when I was going to college. And we cooked a lot, and it was a very well-known place, and a lot of people went there to eat. So they started saying, can you tell us how to make Great Grease so-and-so? Can you tell us how to make the... So I started doing a few cooking things. And then when I got Mom into doing it, then we started doing a whole lot more because Mama's the cook. Mama worked for the elementary school for, 20-some years, probably 30 years. And that's Alexa. I don't know what she's doing. She started playing trailer movie music over here. Okay, I must have said something that triggered her. But Mama started working at the school, and she cooked there for years, so she was used to feeding. And then she became manager, and she managed for years and years. And so she loved those kids, and she loved more than anything to feed them and make them goodies and treats. And So Mama's done a lot of cooking for a lot of folks. So that's, I don't know. I just read. I don't know what I'm trying to keep up with reading and talking. But anyhow, that's our story. We're just plain old us. We're not trying to. And what we do is not really to say here's the best way to do it or here's the way you should do it. What we do is just this is the way we do it. And if you all want to share in that, that's great. But we're certainly no experts on anything. So when you see us doing something, just say that's the way they do it. And that's just what we're up to. All right, folks, I'm going to get off from here and let you all, I'm sure it's lunchtime wherever you're at and whatever you're up to. So I'm going to jump off here and let you all have lunch. And I'm going to finish up my leftover chicken pot pie. I may have to put it back in the microwave now. I think it's cooled down a little bit, but my coffee's still good. So that's what I'm having for lunch is a cup of coffee with a side of chicken pot pie. I tell you, people ask, why do you love coffee? I don't know. I don't know why I love it so much. Mom or Dad, either one, really drank a lot of coffee when I was little. I don't remember them being. I guess when I taught school for a little while, and I substituted for a while. Then I taught for a few years, and I guess just teaching school, I get used to that coffee all day, every day. I guess that's where. And then working in the restaurant, of course, I had coffee all day, every day. So I guess just being around it all the time and having access to it all day kind of got me into the habit of it. Probably the restaurant, because I did an early shift. I'd go in at 6, and of course that coffee smells so good and tastes so good. So I think that may be where it came from. It was just all the access to a pot of coffee sitting there all day, every day, and it's easy to grab it and pour a little bit. So I drink it. I would drink it. I have taken it to bed with me if I've got to get up in the morning early. I worry about it. I don't really worry about it, but I think, that might keep me awake. But normally it doesn't. Sometimes it does, but sometimes I can not drink it, and I still can't sleep for whatever reason. So I don't always blame it on the coffee, and I'll drink it with cream. Sometimes you'll see me with a little bit of cream. Sometimes you'll see it's black coffee most of the time. But that's just the way it is. And someone asked one time, said, how come you start out with coffee before every show? Well, that's what the original was it's coffee time. And I'd say, it's coffee time, let's have some coffee and let's talk. Or can we talk? And that's what it started out. That was the way we did it. But I've normally always got coffee. And, I take that one last drink before I get started usually. But that's just part of, I guess it's just the way it, from habit, if nothing else, is just drinking coffee. So anyhow, y'all have a great Southern Sunday lunch today. Find you something good to eat, make you some memories, spend some time with your family. It is hot here today for fall. It's 80 degrees. It's 79 right now out there. But it's still a little hot. I'm ready for fall. I know, don't throw rocks. I know some of y'all out there saying, no, I don't want fall. It's coming. You might as well enjoy it. Embrace it. I love every season. I have favorites, maybe, but I love them all. I love fall. It's one of my favorite. It really is. And spring. I love those two. I like winter, and I like summer. But I'm always ready for the next season. Now, when winter gets here, you'll hear me start, I can't wait till spring. I can't wait, because I start thinking about them tomatoes. And when them little yellow bushes, them Mama forsythias, we call them March bells. Mama can tell me the real name of them, but we call them March bells around here. I've heard some of y'all call them other things, but they're the bushes that are full of yellow blooms. When they start blooming, I know it's almost time to start planting gardens. Around here, the rule of thumb is you plant after Mother's Day. Now, you can plant lettuce and onion earlier, and there's some rule about root vegetables and but anyhow, after Mother's Day is when Mama buys her flowers and starts planting them in her pots, because you're pretty safe around frost around here around Mother's Day. Other than that, we could have a late frost or something. You could kill your whole crop, so you don't really want to get them started until after you're pretty sure it's not going to frost or freeze. And then usually October is pretty safe. We could have a frost in October, and it's time. We'll start getting them, and people start bringing their flowers and stuff in that they bring in. We'll have a few that we bring in, but we don't bring in everything. And the seasons change. I love the change of the seasons. I love them all for different reasons. Love winter. It's cold, but I love the winter. I love the foods that winter brings. I love the holidays of winter. I love the way the trees look with no leaves on them. I love all those silhouettes of those branches pressed against the sky. It makes a beautiful thing. I love the blue skies of fall. I love the fresh, renewed grass and plants and babies of spring, of the birds, and we used to have a lot of cattle, and they'd always have babies in the spring. And then in the summer, you have garden food, and you have fun and recreation, and people are out and about. So they all have good points. So don't dread none of them. They're all here for us to enjoy. So just enjoy them all. That's kind of like the days of the week. I don't ever dread Monday because Monday, it's so close to Friday. If you love Friday, Monday's just 2 days away in one direction. So just love them all. Just be glad for all of them. Enjoy them all. So I am going to go. Someone must be asking about Mama. Yes, she went to visit with her sister today. She got the opportunity and she took it. Fall is your favorite, Joyce? I love fall. It's one of my favorites too. I guess I'd have to say fall would be my favorite, but I get so excited at spring too. I get spring fever. I'm ready for spring when the time spring gets here. So I like them all. All right. So we're going to say goodbye. And y'all have a good Sunday. Do something fun. Enjoy some time with your family. Get out. Enjoy this pretty weather. 80 degrees is a good day to get out and do a few things. So get out. Have some fun. Get you a cup of coffee, if nothing else, and sit and look at the blue sky. Beautiful blue skies of autumn. Beautiful. October is here. And October is already 10 days old. It seems like it shouldn't even be September. And October is already 10 days old. Before the week's end, it'll be half over. Think about that. Y'all get you something good to eat today and have some fun. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.